they could still enjoy their favorite recipes without risk. Allergen disclosure on.
After the shocking statement from a popular YouTuber, many began to question whether Costco's food was truly safe. The truth is, even after more than 40 years in business, this retail giant has repeatedly stunned, and even disappointed, customers with numerous food recalls. One angry customer told the media, "I bought chicken to eat, but what I ended up eating was plastic." But that's not all. Don't take your eyes off the screen, because we're about to reveal the 9 biggest food recalls in Costco's history, with reasons you won't believe. This video might just change the way you see the brand forever. 1. Kirkland organic eggs recalled. Due to salmonella, a shocking start to 2024. That shook America. Eggs are a daily dietary staple for billions around the world. Seen as a symbol of purity and safety, they've long been trusted without question, especially when labeled organic. But that trust was shattered when organic eggs from Costco became the center of a nationwide food safety scare. In early 2024, Costco urgently recalled more than 10,800 units of Kirkland Signature organic eggs from 25 stores across 5 U.S. states. The reason? A packaging error that raised the risk of salmonella contamination, a dangerous bacterium known to cause severe food poisoning symptoms and, in extreme cases, even death. While no confirmed cases of illness were reported at the time, the mere possibility of contamination was enough to spark widespread concern. The 25 affected locations in California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, and Arizona swiftly pulled the eggs from shelves in an effort to protect consumers. Investigations revealed that a critical flaw in the packaging process allowed bacteria to potentially enter through the eggshell. A serious issue, given that salmonella can cause high fever, diarrhea, vomiting, and poses heightened risks for young children, the elderly, and immunocompromised individuals. Costco responded quickly with a comprehensive recall and full refund policy, not requiring receipts or proof of purchase. Although their response was timely, the incident rattled public confidence in what many considered one of the most trustworthy organic brands on the market. Online forums and social media platforms lit up with frustration and fear. "I always trusted Kirkland's organic products, but now I have to rethink everything I buy," a California shopper shared. "I never imagined clean eggs could be so dangerous. I had to check every egg in my fridge," another user wrote. The scare prompted many families to become more vigilant when purchasing food, no longer relying solely on organic labels for peace of mind. The Kirkland egg recall was more than just a PR nightmare. It was a wake-up call for both Costco and the broader U.S. food industry. It served as a stark reminder that no product is immune to risk if quality control systems fail. But if you think that was the worst Costco had to offer, wait until you hear about the time plastic shards were found inside their frozen chicken patties. 2. Plastic in Foster Farms chicken patties. Costco customers left stunned. "I bought chicken to eat, but what I ended up eating was plastic," said Maria, a longtime Costco customer, speaking to the media in 2022 after falling victim to one of the retailer's most disturbing food safety incidents. It all started when a California family discovered a hard plastic fragment nearly 3 centimeters long inside a cooked Foster Farms frozen chicken patty. While no one was injured, the potential for harm sent shockwaves through Costco's customer base. In response, Foster Farms, in coordination with Costco, launched an urgent recall of 148,000 pounds of frozen chicken products across 5 states: California, Arizona, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington. The contamination was traced back to a manufacturing or packaging error that allowed plastic pieces to mix into the food, a potentially dangerous hazard if ingested. Although no injuries were reported, the presence of foreign objects in food sparked outrage. Online, disappointed customers voiced their concerns. "I bought these patties for a weekend dinner, and now I have to inspect every bite. This is unacceptable." Under mounting public pressure, Costco and Foster Farms took swift action, recalling all suspect products and offering hassle-free refunds, even for customers without receipts. While the response was appropriate, the damage was already done. The recall came at a steep cost. Processing refunds and removing affected products cost Costco an estimated several $millions. Worse yet, customer trust took a significant hit. Sales of prepared foods in affected regions reportedly dropped 7 to 10% in the following quarter. More than just a one-time mishap, the 2022 frozen chicken patty recall became a cautionary tale for Costco. The retailer was forced to reevaluate its entire supply chain and quality control protocols, from vendor selection to final product inspection. For consumers, it served as a stark reminder. Even from a brand praised for quality and value, vigilance is essential. And while Costco tried to make amends, the reality remains, these mistakes kept happening. 3. Rotisserie, chicken salad, and the recall that woke America up to food safety. Do you remember, nearly a decade ago, when news of a massive food recall spread across headlines and social media? A seemingly ordinary chicken salad became the cause of serious illness for nearly 20 people across 7 states, including cases of acute kidney failure. The incident involved rotisserie chicken salad, sold at Costco and other major retailers such as Walmart, Sam's Club, Starbucks, and Target in 2015. A mother from Michigan recalled, "My son only ate a small portion of the chicken salad, but after a few days he started experiencing severe stomach pain and had to be hospitalized. When I found out it was due to E. coli in the salad, I was terrified." The source of the E. coli O26 bacteria was eventually traced back to a contaminated blend of celery and onions used in the salad. Although this wasn't the first time raw vegetables had been linked to contamination, the incident quickly escalated due to Costco's wide distribution network and those of its retail partners. In total, 19 cases were confirmed, with 5 people hospitalized and 2 suffering from severe acute kidney failure. Numbers significant enough to cause public alarm. Costco acted swiftly. All suspect chicken salad batches were pulled from shelves nationwide. The company also worked closely with its vegetable suppliers to review and improve food safety procedures, from farming and harvesting to processing and packaging. Following the 2015 rotisserie chicken salad recall, Costco and other retailers like Walmart, Sam's Club, and Starbucks faced serious challenges. According to Costco's financial report for the following quarter, prepared food sales dropped approximately 12% year over year, significantly impacting profit margins. At the same time, the cost of recall efforts, refunds, and food safety upgrades exceeded $5 million. Vegetable suppliers, especially those providing the celery-onion mix, came under tighter scrutiny, causing a supply disruption that lasted nearly 3 months. This forced Costco and its partners to adjust their sourcing strategies, affecting the availability of prepared foods in over 700 stores nationwide. One might expect that after such a major recall, Costco would tighten its food safety protocols to prevent similar disasters. But reality proved otherwise. The retailer has continued to face alarming recalls, leaving consumers to question whether this retail giant truly learns from its mistakes. 4. The mystery behind Kirkland frozen strawberries. A hepatitis. A scare in 2023. Can you believe a single bag of organic frozen strawberries could send a healthy man like David from Los Angeles to the hospital with acute hepatitis A? In 2023, what seemed like a simple case quickly turned into one of the most serious food safety incidents linked to Costco, the retail giant long trusted for its product quality. David was not alone. At least 9 other individuals in Washington, Los Angeles, and Hawaii were also diagnosed with hepatitis A after consuming Kirkland Signature frozen strawberries sold by Costco. The source was quickly identified. Batches of organic strawberries from a Washington-based supplier were contaminated during harvesting or packaging. Hepatitis A is a serious viral infection spread through tainted food or water. It can cause long-term liver damage, especially in children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems. Once the contamination was confirmed, Costco wasted no time. All related frozen strawberry products were pulled from stores in Los Angeles, Hawaii, and other affected areas. The company also issued urgent warnings advising customers to stop consuming the product immediately if they had it at home. The incident shocked consumers and raised serious doubts about Costco's quality control, particularly given that the product in question was organic, which many shoppers associate with safety and health. On forums and social media, customers voiced their concerns. "I bought organic strawberries because I thought they were good for my health. I never imagined they could be contaminated with hepatitis A," one customer commented. Some longtime Costco shoppers even began questioning the overall safety of frozen food products sold at the chain. Despite Costco's prompt recall and refund policy, the incident damaged its reputation. Reports show that sales at affected locations dropped by around 8% in the following quarter, equivalent to tens of millions of dollars in losses. Additionally, a post-incident survey revealed that over 25% of customers who had purchased Kirkland frozen organic strawberries lost trust in Costco's food safety standards for at least 6 months afterward. The company was forced to invest millions more into enhancing food safety protocols and tightening supplier oversight to prevent similar incidents in the future. And if you think these recalls were enough to make shoppers wary, brace yourself. The next story is even more alarming. We're no longer talking about bacteria or viruses. The next threat comes in the form of sharp metal fragments, hiding inside a familiar Costco product. 5. If you think Costco is trustworthy, think again. The 2.7 million can cold brew recall over metal bolts. If you think Costco is a safe, reputable place to shop for high-quality products, the massive 2023 recall might make you think twice. Kirkland Signature Colombian Cold Brew Coffee, a popular canned beverage, suddenly became the center of a shocking recall when over 2.7 million cans across 13 states were found to potentially contain small metal bolts inside. The incident began when customers from several regions reported strange tastes and a sensation of foreign objects in their coffee. Immediate testing followed, and the results were alarming. In some cans of Kirkland Signature Colombian Cold Brew, technicians discovered small metal bolts, objects that clearly didn't belong in any food product and could pose serious harm if accidentally ingested. While no injuries or major accidents were reported, the potential danger alone was enough to stir fear and concern among customers. With over 2.7 million units recalled, this became one of the largest foreign object recalls in Costco's history. Costco responded swiftly and decisively. The company immediately pulled all affected products from 13 states and launched a refund program that didn't require receipts or proof of purchase. Warnings were issued via media outlets and social platforms to ensure customers knew not to consume any cans from the contaminated batch. But after a string of such incidents, consumer trust in Costco began to falter. Many customers expressed deep disappointment watching a major brand like Costco repeatedly fail at basic product quality control. On forums and social media, frustration boiled over. "I used to trust and shop here for years, but now I'm no longer at ease," one user shared. "Every time I hear about another recall, I feel more discouraged and anxious," another added. This growing skepticism wasn't just talk. It began to show in consumer behavior, with many shoppers rethinking their purchases and seeking safer alternatives elsewhere. In response, Costco pledged to tighten inspections at its packaging facilities, enhance raw material oversight, and provide stricter training for employees. The company also partnered with food safety agencies to ensure no similar oversights would happen again. But promises are one thing. Delivering on them is another. The truth is, Costco continued to make serious errors. 6. The vanilla yogurt label. Mistake that wasn't so small after all. Imagine savoring a cup of creamy vanilla yogurt, unaware you're actually biting into a hidden allergy bomb. That's exactly what happened at Costco stores in Alaska, Oregon, and Washington in 2023. And the aftermath was nothing short of alarming. A seemingly simple labeling mistake led to several yogurt cups marked vanilla bean, actually containing lemon curd, a tangy custard made with eggs. For anyone with an egg allergy, this mix-up could have triggered anaphylaxis, a life-threatening allergic reaction. Once the issue came to light, urgent alerts were sent to consumers, and the manufacturer promptly recalled the affected yogurt in all 3 states. The news spread quickly, especially among families with food-sensitive members, sparking widespread concern. On social media, customers voiced their fear and anger. "My son has a severe egg allergy. He almost ate the vanilla yogurt that turned out to have lemon curd inside. If I hadn't caught it in time, would he still be here with me?" a visibly shaken mother told the media. Although no serious allergic reactions were officially reported, the incident served as a harsh wake-up call about the importance of accurate labeling and transparent product information, both crucial to consumer safety. For Costco, this wasn't just another recall. It was a blow to customer trust. After so many safety lapses, one has to wonder, do customers still believe in the Costco brand? And are these so-called minor mistakes really behind us, or just waiting to happen again? 7. The burger that nearly killed. Costco's first major food recall shock. It was a classic summer BBQ in 1998, the kind held by millions of American families, that suddenly turned into the beginning of one of the decade's most shocking food recalls. In New York, a woman fell gravely ill after eating a burger made from Kirkland Signature ground beef. She was rushed to the hospital with intense stomach pain, bloody diarrhea, and a high fever. Lab tests confirmed the worst. E. coli O157H7, an extremely dangerous strain that can cause kidney failure, organ damage, and even death if untreated. A full-scale investigation was launched. Within days, authorities traced the contaminated source. Over 172,000 pounds, nearly 80 tons, of ground beef distributed across 24 states under Costco's Kirkland brand. The bacteria didn't come from an unclean kitchen. It originated from failures in the meat processing facility, where contaminated meat had slipped through quality control. Panic spread rapidly. Thousands of customers began inspecting their freezers, checking labels, matching lot codes. On news channels and online forums, fear gripped families. "I fed that meat to my entire family. When I saw the news, I panicked, cleaned out my fridge, and couldn't sleep for 2 nights," a woman in Pennsylvania recalled. Facing immense public pressure, Costco acted decisively. The company ordered a full recall of the tainted meat and offered 100% refunds. No receipts required. It was an unprecedented move in retail food at the time. Customer service counters at Costco were overwhelmed, with long lines of worried customers returning what they once thought were harmless family staples, now seen as health threats. There were no fatalities, but the damage was done. According to internal reports, Costco's ground beef sales dropped more than 16% in the following quarter compared to the same period the year before. Return rates tripled within a month of the recall announcement. Media outlets called it a wake-up call for the entire frozen food industry, and Costco was forced to invest millions to upgrade its microbiological testing and quality control protocols in its packaging facilities. 8. From healthy favorite to hidden hazard, smoked salmon recall rocks Costco. Again, remember the Kirkland Signature smoked salmon recall from early 2024? In just a few weeks, over 111 cases of salmon sold in Florida were pulled off the shelves after testing revealed contamination by Listeria monocytogenes, a dangerous bacterium that causes listeriosis, a serious threat to pregnant women, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems. It started when federal health officials received a warning about possible listeria contamination in smoked salmon sold at Costco. The company quickly coordinated with distributors to recall all suspect products in an attempt to protect consumers. This wasn't just swift crisis management. It was a critical move to prevent a potential public health outbreak. Listeriosis is one of the deadliest foodborne illnesses caused by Listeria monocytogenes, and the terrifying part is how stealthily it hides in foods most people see as harmless: soft cheeses, deli meats, and this time, smoked salmon. While symptoms in healthy adults may be mild, the consequences for high-risk groups can be devastating: miscarriage, premature birth, sepsis, or meningitis. According to the CDC, about 1 in 600 listeriosis cases are reported each year in the U.S., with roughly 260 resulting in death. That's why, despite the recall being limited to Florida and just 111 cases of salmon, it still sparked a wave of consumer anxiety. Listeria doesn't discriminate. It strikes silently, often through foods we trust most. Even with its limited scope, the recall dented Costco's image, especially among health-conscious shoppers. According to Consumer Data Insights 2024, Google searches for Listeria plus Costco skyrocketed by 400% within 48 hours of the announcement. Social media was flooded with concerned comments, many declaring they'd lost faith and were switching to retailers like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. It wasn't just brand sentiment that took a hit. Internal data showed an 8% drop in prepared food sales at Florida Costco stores within 2 weeks of the recall. A relatively small numerical loss, but a clear sign of a broader trend. Consumers are becoming far less forgiving when it comes to food safety errors, especially from a brand once praised for its high standards like Costco. 9. Vodka tastes like rum. The bizarre Costco liquor blunder that left customers outraged. When I took a sip, I thought something was wrong with my tongue. But no, that vodka actually smelled like rum. That was the baffled reaction of a loyal Kirkland Signature Vodka customer who ended up pouring an entire freshly opened bottle down the drain. In 2023, complaints started bubbling up across Reddit and social media from customers in multiple U.S. states. The issue? Kirkland vodka that tasted off with an unusually sweet aroma, even described by some as like it had been mixed with another liquor. Many suspected counterfeit bottles at first, until Costco confirmed the unthinkable. Several containers previously used to age rum had not been properly cleaned before being used to store vodka. The result: bottles of what was supposed to be pure vodka were unintentionally infused with lingering rum flavors. Not harmful, but certainly not up to standard. As the news spread, Costco responded quickly by publishing a list of affected batches and launching a full recall. Customers were offered 100% refunds, no receipts required. There were no health risks reported, but for many the damage had already been done, especially with a product prized for its clarity and purity. If even the liquor gets mixed up, what else are they screwing up? One Twitter user fumed. The incident may have been minor from a health standpoint, but it was a major blow to brand trust. It left consumers asking the question, what else might be accidentally blended that we don't know about? In retail, a trace of the wrong flavor can leave a stain that outlasts any return policy. Every time, customers line up at the Costco return desk, clutching what were once innocent household staples, that collective trust erodes just a bit more. Who would have thought that a tub of yogurt, a pack of beef, or a can of iced coffee could become a quiet threat lurking in the family fridge? Some of the biggest recalls in Costco's history haven't just cost the retailer millions of dollars, they've engraved a deeper truth into public memory. Scale does not equal control. No matter how fast the response or how generous the refund, letting serious risks slip through the shelves is no small matter. With endless choices lining grocery aisles, shoppers are becoming more cautious. Not because they want to be paranoid, but because they have to be. A burger, an egg, a slice of salmon, they all carry more than just nutrition. Sometimes they carry risk. The history of Costco's product recalls reads like a silent report card and a loud warning. In the food industry, even the smallest mistake can ripple into a nationwide crisis.